Hey everybody, this is Robert, and this is my buddy Joshua,
Hey.
and this is nwieducate.com. Hey, today's episode, hey, we're going to be talking about forgiveness in the holiday season. Today we're going to explore, how to let things go and talk about the frame of mind that we're going to need to have forgiveness and in some of the myths and, and the false truths about how to forgive. So let's get right into it. What is forgiveness? Yeah,
Well, that can mean different things for other people and stuff.
yeah, it can be.
Like, and this is not taking a stab at Christians. I'm a Christian myself, but some Christians seem to have the idea that,
No stabbing.
yeah, no stabbing involved yet, but some Christians do seem to have this idea that freely forgiving means that you're not free. Like, it's not a Bible teaching, by the way, where it says that we're supposed to forgive and forget. It says that we should freely forgive one another, but it doesn't mean you have to necessarily forget about what was done to you. So that's a point to me. It's like forgiving does not mean you're ignoring the fact that someone has done you wrong, and that by having that knowledge, you can protect yourself. And I don't know. I want you to fill me in on that. Like, what do you think about that?
I completely and utterly, totally agree with you. People have different tastes, opinions, and perspectives about different subject matter.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about a specific subject matter like forgiveness, forgiveness is something that people say, well, I have to go, if I forgive this person, then it acknowledges that I accept whatever they did to me that caused the hardship for me to separate and not forgive.
Yes.
That's not true in any way. We all have people in our lives that we mix like oil and water, and we just don't mix. But that doesn't mean you don't have to like the person, appreciate the person, and by forgiving, you're not accepting what they did to you as righteous. You're not saying whatever you did to me is forgiven. That's not what you're saying.
Nah.
The forgiveness is about letting go of all of the
Pain.
hate and the pain,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that you're carrying. It's about your personal growth, your personal health, and that includes mental health. So when you're talking about forgiveness, it's not about forgetting anything that an individual did to you, because you don't want to forget, because you always want to live, learn, and live your life, learn your lessons from what happens to you, so that you can not allow it to happen again.
Especially
So
with the case of narcissists, or psychopathy-based personalities, where
narcissistic.
as soon as they realize that you're the kind of person that maybe they can just be like, oh, well, I'm sorry, and that's all they gotta say. And,
Superficial.
yeah, superficial apology and stuff. That's an example someone can take advantage of you over and over again, and believe me, we live in a world with a lot of distasteful color people.
Exactly. They are half-assedly, excuse the adage, but they're half-assedly giving you a false or a superficial apology, and then they try to play it off on you as they get upset with you for not forgiving them for, hey, I apologized, when it wasn't a truthful and genuine apology. And we're not talking about that. We can get to a process here. When we talk about forgiveness, it's about your health, your forgiveness, about your soul, the weight that you have to carry each day. It isn't about letting go of what somebody did to you, in terms of, hey, if somebody abused you, or if somebody neglected you in some way, or somebody wronged you in some way. It's not ever forgetting what this individual did for you. You're always going to be guarded in that way, because we always live and learn from our mistakes and opportunities.
I
that
mean,
happen to us.
that is the only way that you can go through life and actually prevent yourself getting hurt again, and also grow. It's a way you're growing.
Exactly.
Well,
How else do you protect yourself?
Yeah, exactly. So.
So we're not talking about forgetting anything. Forgiveness is about lifting that weight, because what we feed grows. And if you're constantly feeding hate, the negative thoughts, the ill wills on somebody else, you're consuming your life that could be filled with joy, peace, and happiness.
But yet, instead, though, you're filling it with, hatred, resentment, and that hatred will eat you up inside. So, what Bob's trying to say is that at the end of the day, forgiveness is more about letting go of the past, so that way you can move forward on your future.
That's right. And not just letting go, but it's not because I don't want you to let go. You're never going to forget.
No, no,
So
not
we don't want to
forgetting.
let go in
But
terms of. But what we're saying is we want to.
the negative.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Purge the negative.
Yeah, but keep on a positive note though. You now know of another way that someone can get over on you though. So that's a positive note. So you did learn something.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Now you know what you have the best. Every time we learn these lessons, we know it's an opportunity of what not to do next time, and it's an opportunity of experience that's gained. Oh, now I know that this is the wrong way to do it, or this person has a propensity or an ability to do this, or they're narcissistic,
Or they're psychopath,
or they're
or-
psychopathic.
yeah.
A lot of people perceive psychopaths are murderers, but 86% of all business executives have psychopathic tendencies, which means they can do things without the emotion of it.
Yeah,
they
they can do
hurt
something
people.
without caring.
Yeah, without remorse.
Yeah.
Um,
It itself is pretty morally repugnant, but you also have to understand too that they may not necessarily do the most vile things that humanity has to offer.
Amen. Yeah,
as well.
amen. I mean, so we always have to be aware and self-aware and grow. We always want to be a better version of ourselves. Today we get up, like today I got up this morning. You got the weight of the world on us all the time, and we have to say, am I going to have a good day?
No,
Am I
I
going to
feel
have
like
a
it's
bad
more.
day?
I feel like it's more of you than anything else. I mean, I feel like that has sometimes my weight's on your shoulders sometimes.
And I do the same. See, when you surround yourself with people you care about, you always have that. You always have that sense that I'm being this way for somebody. I'm putting too much stress on this person. But that's because you care.
It's about caring, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing to be. What we're trying to, when we want to really dive into this, is we want to open up your heart for forgiveness for yourself. Let things go, like Joshua said. It's not about dwelling on it. We're not forgetting. When you let
No.
something go, you're not forgetting. You're letting go of the hate. You're letting go of feeding. You're stopping. You've made a conscious decision to stop feeding the negative thoughts. Every minute or every second that you dwell on saying, "Oh, Bob's a jerk," or "Joshua did this to me," you're wasting times where you're saying, "Boy, what a beautiful day. Boy, the sun feels great on my face." You're wasting the positive energy that you need to really build a beautiful life.
So, that's funny that you mentioned that, because there are many people who also believe that what you say is true, but they feel like that the person has to go and apologize to them first before they can forgive them, and that's not necessarily the case. Because I know people who say that
Exactly.
he didn't apologize to me yet. I'd be like, it doesn't matter. You still have to forget what he did to you.
Exactly, because see, that's a beautiful point. He's so smart. I aspire to be half as smart as he is someday. It's
He's
not
just being
about.
nice. He's really nice, guys. It's really reverse in this case, and I'm not
Oh.
lying about that.
It's not. It's because you're absolutely right. It's not, and that's a beautiful point. People have this perception that they have to go to people and say, "Hey, I forgive you," or
the other way around,
please
like-
forgive me.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's not about that. See, because it's about, we're talking about what you feed, not what somebody else feeds. Having an expectation, I'll forgive this person when they come to me, is
You'll never get
wasting
it
your time, because
yeah.
you're expecting that person to be on the same level of consciousness that you're on.
But most people are not, which is another thing to point out, that this is an example that people's perceptions about forgiveness is also based on, what their sense of morality is. Like, to someone else...
and they may not be on your sense of morality.
Oh, no.
And so don't ever expect anything from anybody. Be unconditional, because don't wait for somebody to come to you to apologize before you let it go,
So
because you're giving them power.
So basically, no one owes you anything. No one owes you shit. If you have that...
Don't expect
Fought my
anything from
French.
anybody.
Fought my French, but if someone doesn't owe you shit, then you will at least go through life, not expecting more out of people than they should be, and you will
That's right.
not be as
a lot less
disappointed.
disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, because the problem that we have, as all of us have in a human condition, is that we have that expectancy. We always have that reciprocation. I expect something from somebody. There's always strings attached to everything.
But there really shouldn't be.
Exactly. But true forgiveness is not about expecting anything. You don't expect somebody to come to you before you forgive them, because let it go. Don't forget it. Again, please don't ever learn that lesson. Don't ever forget, but don't ever carry any negative. Just let it go. Let it go, because don't ever have conditions. We always do this, like in January. Everybody starts getting into a health craze. I'm gonna lose weight in January when I get my tax return, so I can buy equipment. So until then, I can't do anything to lose weight, because there's just nothing I can possibly do to lose weight.
That's kind of stupid. You can just start eating better.
You could start like, I don't know, walking or jogging
Yeah,
or
that's
running.
good, yeah.
There's a million
Yeah.
things you can do. But the point being is we always use excuses. I'll do this when. I'll forgive this person when they come to me. I'll lose weight. I'll get healthy. I'll do this. My
almost a
life will
metaphor
get
for
better
life.
when. You're right.
It's almost meant for how people live their life, though.
It's
is
exactly.
that-
There's always strings attached to conditions.
Yeah. I
Well,
agree.
yeah, because we're always saying, I'll do this when. When.
Guilty of that.
Yeah,
Guilty
when
of
Bob
that.
does this, my life will change. When I do this, our lives is our lives. What we feed within it grows. So we're encouraging you to feed the positive. Let things go. Never forget.
So if you
But
don't,
let things go. Don't wait for anybody to do anything. Change today. Change this moment. Attack it.
just what this guy said, and then to add on top of that, if you don't want to become a negative individual or you don't want to practice what you don't want to become,
Mm-hmm.
this is something you need to start doing. Is that you don't want to practice negativity. So if you are even getting the vicious cycle of resentment, we all get to this, where we'll think about that one person or those one group of friends maybe we had in high school that were complete dicks to us.
Yeah.
Like, you know how drama goes, when we're younger, and even as adults and stuff. But instead of doing that, maybe you probably should be thinking more on the terms of, what kind of person do I want to be? And you want to be a positive individual, so practice that instead of, let's start with today, forgiveness. Let's just, since we're getting too close to the holiday season,
let it go, man.
yeah, let it go. Just let
Let it go. Get up every day, like Joshua was saying. Get up every day, see, and then evaluate. Just write a top 5 list. These are things I did yesterday that I weren't really proud of or I didn't like, and then
It could
this
be
is the things I'm going to change today. So every day you get up and say, how can I be a better version of me? Don't worry about everybody else. Just like Joshua said, be a better version of you. Don't worry about anybody else. And that's what we're trying to talk about. That's forgiveness. That's forgiveness isn't about waiting for everybody else, just like Joshua said. It's about taking charge of yourself and understanding that the more you carry, the more anything that's negative in your life, purge it.
Just
let it go.
Just let it go. Not
You
to
know-
be cliche about that whole Disney song, like, let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Do you want to make a snowman, Bob?
Let's make a snowman.
I
We
wish
don't. We
it's-
have some leaves. Can we do that?
Oh God, no.
This is
I light
Florida,
on fire
you know.
though. I light on fire though.
There we go.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a burn man.
Like the burning it like wooden man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
We'll pile
but-
some leaves together and create like a snowman, but burn it.
Kind of want to do it now. I might burn the forest down though. I don't know. I'm sure I can forgive myself for that.
This episode isn't about pyro.
What?
This
what
is
if
about
it is?
forgiveness, brother.
What if we could make both though?
Yay!
This is good. I like this idea.
Yeah. So it's about letting it go. Let's not feed the negative.
But clearly, fire is a negative at all, right?
Exactly, and exactly. Bringing up the fire analogy is really a good thing because it's about purging.
True.
It's about just
Like-
incinerating anything that's negative in your life and moving forward with it. And this is the season to start. There's not using all of these excuses that we all do as humans.
Yeah, we're amazing at sometimes the ability to procrastinate or justify our inaction or things that we do wrong and stuff.
All the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Really, if you shouldn't have to justify your actions in order to make them right. You should be able to do something in good conscience, not have to think about it.
The only person you have to make proud is you. If you get up every day and you say to yourself, you're so happy, and you say to yourself, wow, man, I did a good job yesterday. I helped somebody. I did something good. I achieved one more step towards my ultimate goal. That's the ultimate success. Success isn't about money. Success is, and happiness and forgiveness and letting all of these things go. These are all the key mindset attributes that you need to have to be successful in your life. So when you let it go and you're forgiving, that allows all that energy that you were wasting on those negative thoughts to be focused on your goals.
You now have a
Clear path and strength and power.
clear path, strength, power. That's also a good thing. But now you also have purpose and direction, and that's probably one of the 4 pillars of happiness. I think Ty Lopez.
Unbelievably
Did
true.
Ty Lopez talk about that? Like the 4 pillars of happiness is
Yep.
love, wealth, health, and purpose.
Yep. There you go.
And one of those is the purpose. And you don't want your purpose to be drowned out by negativity, is what Bob was trying to say.
That's
and
right.
in many words, was trying to say, in the best way possible to make an understanding for you, is that you don't want to feed the negative, let go, don't forget, but forgive, move forward.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And it's just we try to present it in a way that's lighthearted and because you don't ever want to be spoken down to or talked to. We want to be the people that you go to for these, these conversations, because we want to do it. We're all human. We all go through these things. There's nothing
Nothing's new under
that's
the sun.
elevated about me that isn't elevated about Josh. We're all on the same level because we're having the same conversation. And if we're all brought into this one conversation, then we all are on that level. We're all prepared to engage in that conversation. So change today. Be a better person today. Every day wake up and try to be a better version of you.
Bob
Mhm.
0.12
Yay!
versus Bob 0.11.
Hey.
Yeah, you improved a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, already. I mean, we're 20 minutes into it, and I feel like I'm a better person today.
Well, you definitely are lighthearted right now. This guy is always lighthearted, to be honest with you. This guy can crack a joke and just makes it laugh on and on and on, and then he just start dying from laughter.
We do the same thing. We feed off each other there because
Positivity, man. It's called positivity is infectious too, so just to keep that in mind.
absolutely, personality can be infectious. Be the light when you walk into a room. When you engage in forgiveness and letting things go, feed the positive. So every time you walk into a room, you look at the person who's speaking the least, go say hello to that person.
And that person may be you, but how about you be an improvement on that? Move forward, try thinking like ways of maybe instead of being the person that someone has to go talk to, maybe you do the initiating.
That's right.
That's just one aspect of many
That's right.
things.
No, we're not saying being creepy. You don't walk up to some girl and say, hey. That's just creepy.
You saw my face, right?
Yeah, it's like hey.
Oh no, just walk up and be like, hey. Just trying to be friendly. Gee, that's creepy.
I did that at a casino once.
Really?
Yeah, I lost so much money. They actually adopted me and made me a member of the tribe. I used to sit on a stool and say, how can I get my money back? I'm just joking. That was from a comedian I heard once.
Oh, I was say, but I'm also thinking like, did he literally do that?
He was serious. Is Bob serious? Could I pass as a member of the tribe? Yay!
I mean, hey, if you just dress up in the whole Indian outfit, maybe. Why not?
Oh.
You could be adopted.
I could be. I always wanted to be. I wanted to start a casino, but they wouldn't adopt me.
Oh, they just figured he was just too white.
That's right.
Yeah, he
atypical.
Yeah, this is just a red man saying we'd make casinos for all you white people to come and
That's right.
gamble away money at.
That's right. Darn
anyway.
They darn it. But let it go and have every day, try to make the best out of it. One thing that life is never short of is stresses. Every day we get up, we worry about the bills. We worry about family. We worry about this or what somebody said to us, what somebody does. We're always needing acceptance from other people. You get up, you feel good about yourself, but somebody calls, says, hey man, you look heavy, or did you gain weight, or did you do this, or did you do that? And then our whole day goes crashing because of that one person, what that one person might have or may have not said or even meant.
But what's so funny about that, though, is that person in no way, shape, and fashion, though, is, I mean, his opinion does not affect...
Or her opinion.
It can be him or her, but his opinion does not dictate whether you live your life or what your stands are.
That's right. They don't pay your bills.
Yeah,
they don't have anything. What you feed grows. You got to be the Teflon. People say things, and you can't let words control you.
They just let it go brush over you, because at the end of the day, it's like as Bob, as we're trying to say in many, many words, that you're the only person you ever need to... I saw that. How did I see that? I just felt it. But the only person you ever need approval of is yourself.
That's right.
In terms of success.
And that's what we're talking about. You treat it lightheartedly. You be fun
I
about
know.
it.
Did you do bunny ears?
Yeah, they did.
I just felt it. How
did you really?
Yeah.
You get that? You're psychic.
A psychic? No, I don't know. Maybe you just made my hairs like whiskers.
That's what I made his hair stand up because I was being so freakish. See what I mean? It says, don't be weird.
Yeah, don't be creepy, just like that. But
don't invade somebody's space like this. And hey, man, how you doing?
Honestly, I felt a little sexual for a moment. If you went a deeper voice, be like, hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh, how you doing? We want to be fun and lighthearted and have a good time. And you don't ever want to let people, because people can be mean and hateful and spiteful. It's
a frailty of the human condition.
It is, and the strength has to come within you. I was just thinking of something the other day about, not all the water in the ocean can't sink a ship if it can't get in. And the same thing about all the negativity in the world. If you strengthen yourself,
that's a really good analogy.
And if you don't, the only way negative can get in you is if you allow it in. And so don't allow it in. Build those pillars of strength and build your confidence and your peace and love, and get rid of purge all this negative, and forgive. Don't forget, but forgive, so that not for anybody else, not for the person that harmed you, not for the person that spited you, but for you, so that you can be a better version of yourself. Elevate yourself to be better than that other person. Elevate yourself to be better than you were yesterday. You know, we always talk about, you know, people always hold things against people that happened many, you know, years ago, and
I know people like this.
Yeah, they hold these grudges against people.
Sometimes they even say that they're not grudges, so they just never forgive you. Like, but at the same time, though,
That's a grudge.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know it seems counterintuitive that we say forgive, don't forgive, but don't forget. But
Counterintuitive.
counterintuitive.
I like the words. Counterintuitive.
Counterintuitive, but
News, film at 11.
yeah, counterintuitive. It is counterintuitive, though.
It is. It's absolutely counter. I just love the phrase.
But
counterintuitive.
What we mean by that, so, is that we don't mean that by not forgetting those that's holding a grudge. Forgiveness is that you're not forgetting, but you're also letting go of a grudge.
That's right. You're purging yourself, and you know, and you're absolutely 1,000% right. And it's so, and, you know, we're talking about this from personal experiences. We're not, you know, we're not saying that it's absolutely easy, because it certainly isn't.
No.
We have to build it every day. You have to build those layers every day to forge. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day.
No.
You know, anything wonderful. You know, the old adage is that, you know, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
So you have to start now.
So start now.
Somewhere.
Start somewhere, and then build yourself to a better version, to a version that makes you proud of you. And not worry about everybody else. Be proud of you, because we're proud of you already, and I don't even know you.
Yeah, I just imagine that
Man,
if you're
I love
watching,
you, man.
If you're watching this, I'm always assuming that you want to better yourself. So that's one place to start. That shows that you're starting to be great somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Oh, this will be your yes man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say I'm going to do a deep yes every time he says something. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I'm just going to say something, and he's just going to say yes about it.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'm his yes man.
Yeah.
Do you want to be better about yourself?
Yeah.
So come on.
You guys have noticed I'm sick today, so I'm not getting anything, but when I do get, I'm just like, oh, that's what you meant. It's pretty funny, Bob.
It is funny for us, buddy.
It is funny.
Yeah. So just be a better version of yourself. Come join us at nwieducate.com. Send us your comments at newwindinvest1@gmail.com.
Seriously, go check this guy out.
Check us out, and then come check us out, and then or give us a call with comments at 352-693-3905. If we don't answer, please leave a message. We'll get right back to you.
Spread the word.
Spread the word, and come check us out on our Fundly page, and it's on Facebook. Facebook is nwieducate.com or nwieducate on
Even
Facebook.
on Instagram. So
Instagram, nwieducate, hashtag nwieducate. It's Twitter, nwieducate. Come check us out. Our Fundly page is everywhere. If you can't give, don't worry about it. Just click I support the campaign. Support our podcast. And you have the best day ever, everybody. I want to thank you very much for joining us. We both want to thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and we love you all.
We love you all, man. Have a great one.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
I mean, you can always edit the